Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video I talk about age calculator with the help of JavaScript, CSS and HTML. So we are starting with our HTML code, then we will apply some CSS and then to the main part, that is JavaScript. So we gave a title to the page, then we are keeping the style tag empty. Then to the HTML content, the h1 tag is used for main heading, and then we are using a div tag with the id dob entry. Inside it we are using a input tag to take the dob input. When we set the type to text, what we can actually set the type to date. So when we set the type to date, then see, so we get the date format. We are giving a value attribute to give the input a default value. We can set it to any date. I set it to this date. Then we are using a label element to label some text to this input tag. So for label element we have to use the same value for attribute as the id of our input tag. So the id of input tag is the same as the value for attribute inside the label tag. Then we need to make a button for submitting the date. So we have included a button. Then we are giving some basic style to the page. For our div dob entry, we are styling a little bit with a different background color and width set to 80%. So this is how it looks. Then we are using the hover state on the button to interact, to make the button little bit interactive, so that when we hover over it, it changes color and some scale. So you can fast forward the video if you want to move to the script part. Then we have added a script tag. So main work has to be done inside the JavaScript. So this is the basic UI of the page. So we are accessing the input tag and the submit button inside the script. We are using the get element by id method. we got the DOB or the input element with ID DOB with the same name variable DOB. Then we got the submit button. Okay. Okay, the same comment is included. Then we are adding a event. Click event on the submit button so that when a user clicks the submit button, we should get the age of the user. So inside it we have to write the code for getting the age. Before that we are adding a empty div inside the HTML. So we are keeping this div tag empty, but we will use this to include our result or the final answer inside this empty tag. We will do that with JavaScript. I am including the same comment. The other thing we have to do is that we have to give ID to the submit button. So now to the submit button. So what we are doing is that for calculating the age, we have to find the difference between the present date and the DOB of user. So first we have to get the today's date or the present date. So for getting the present date, we can use the date object inside the JavaScript. Okay, so we have not given the ID to the submit button, so we have to do that. Okay, now it should work. So we got today's date with the new date method. So we have used the today variable to get present date, so we can get that. From it we can get the current year, the current date and the current month. We have used the console log on the present date, month and year, and the variable name is C year for current year, C month for current month, and similarly the C day. So we have got the present date, year and month. Now we have to get the DOB. Before that, see, when I use the console log on the current month, and now during the making of this video, date actually the month is December, but we are getting the 11 for C month. This is because it because it starts from 0 index instead of 1. So we have to manage that. So after getting the current year and the current date and month, we have to get the DOB date. So inside the input tag we have the DOB of user. So from that we can get the DOB year, DOB month and DOB date. So first we have to get the value of input tag. So for that we can use the input dot value. So here we have used the DOB variable for input. So we can use the DOB dot value for getting the DOB date. So the variable DOB is used for getting the value out of input tag. So same thing we can console log. So this is how the DOB looks. So first we have the year, then the month and then the date. So from this we can extract the year, month and date. For extracting the year, month and date, we are using the slice method. So slice method is used on an array or a string. So here we have our DOB as strings, so we can use the slice method. Slice method uses the two indexes. First is the index from starting from which we are copying the string, and the second is the index up to which we have to copy. So this method does not change the original string, but it can copy the thing. I have included the same comment. So after getting the year, before that we are using the console log to see what we get. So see, we have got the year out of our DOB date. Similarly, we can get the DOB month and DOB date. DOB month variable for DOB month. Slice method starting from the index from which we have to copy the thing, and up to the index we have to copy, but it does not include the last index. अब कोड में आगे बढ़ते हुए similarly the DOB day. So we can see we have got the DOB year, DOB month and DOB day. So after getting the current year, current month and current day, and similarly the DOB date, month and year, we can manage the year, month and lived year, month and days. So what I am doing is that I am first managing the approximate years. I am using the years variable. So we are subtracting the years, current year minus the DOB year, and I am subtracting one extra as a person has not lived the current year fully. So this variable years includes only the full years lived, that is the years between the DOB year and the current year. I have included the comment for why I have subtracted the one extra from the years. After that we are getting the approximate months after we have got the years. So this is the months of the months lived in the DOB year and the months lived in the current year. So in months lived in the DOB year would be the year left remaining after the DOB month. So we can use the 12 minus DOB month to get the DOB months, and we can use the current month. So we are using the C month variable, and the current month is not completed fully, so we are using the C month minus 1. So we have got the years and approximate months. So for age calculator, basically main thing is the managing the leap year thing. So we will see when we encounter that. And now coming to the days lived is the variable that we are using to get the days lived after we have got the months. So this will be the days of DOB months, days left in the DOB month, and the days lived in the current month. So we can use the current date plus the days left inside the DOB month. So here we have to also manage the leap year thing, that is the 28 or 29 days February. So we have the months where we have 31 days, and we have months where we have 30 days. We have 7 31 days months, and we have 4 30-day months, and we have the 28 or 29 day February. So first we are writing the days left when the DOB month is having 31 days. Before that, what we have done is that as the current month, what we were getting that for current month, we were getting the one less than the current year due to the zero index problem. So for managing that, we are adding 1 to that, so that we get 12 instead of 11 for December. After that, we are managing the days for months having we are managing the days variable when the DOB month is having 31 days. So we have given the index of DOB month 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 10, 12. That is the months having the 31 days: January, March, May, like that. So we have used the OR condition between them. So when the DOB month is having the 31 days, or the index is 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 10. So we have initialized the days to 0. Then we are going to add the days of current month days, or the current date. plus the days left inside the DOB month. So we are using 31 minus DOB day to get the remaining days or the days lived inside the DOB month. So if the person is born on 1, then he or she will live 30 days inside the January month of DOB. Similarly for other months. Then we are getting the same thing for months having the 30 days. After that, so we are using the similar condition for getting the days lived when the DOB month is having 30 days. So we are using the index of DOB month, that is 4, 6, 9 and 11, that is April, June and September and November. Okay. So as we have done previously, we are getting the same thing. So instead of 31 days, we are subtracting from 30 days to get the remaining days or the days lived inside the DOB month. So now after that we have to manage the February condition. So here we have to check whether the February is we have February for 28 days or 29 days. So we have to know what is the condition when the February is 28 days and actually 28 days or 29 days. Then we have to manage that. If DOB month equal to 2, inside that, to check whether the February is leap year or not, we are using this condition that when the DOB year is divided by 400 and we have the remainder 0. So this is the condition when we have February will be 29 days. So we are using 400 instead of 4 because we have a conflicting situation that when the year is fully divided by 100, then the February becomes 28 days only. So first we are managing this conflicting situation, that we are using the 400 divisible condition. Okay, so we write the code for this and days will be as you can see with 29 days February. Then the situation, we are using the else if for when the year is fully divisible by 100 and the February is of 28 days. And after that, when the year is divisible by 4, so by using this order we can manage that our days will not be conflicting. Like first we will check for 400, then for 100 and then for 4. Actually with else if the first condition is not satisfied, only then we will go to the else if condition. So by this we can manage the condition in which the year is divisible by 4 and 100 or 400 at the same time. At the last we have included the else condition, so when the February is of 28 days only. So now we have got the approximate years, approximate months and days, but we have to get the exact days, months and years. So for that we have to convert the days to months if the days are more than 30, and the months to years if the months are more than 12. So we will start with days and convert days to months if days are more than 30, as we are not moving into the other direction. So we will use the if condition if days are more than 30. Actually, the when days are more than 29 itself. I have included the same comment. So the thing we are going to do, if days are more than 29, we will reduce the days by 30, and we will add one to month, or we will increase the months. After that, if months are more than 11, then we will convert months to years. And add 1 to years. So if months are more than 11, then we will reduce months by 12, months minus 12, and we will increase 1 year, as we have 12 months in a year. So this is the same animation explaining the same thing, starting with days to months to year. Okay, so after we have got the years, months and days, we have to show the output to the screen. So for that we are using a string to store the value. Okay, so we will output a string on the screen, and for that we have to include the string inside a HTML element. So we are using a variable answer, which is a string, with the value your age is, and we will add the variable years and months and days with the spaces included. So basically what we have done is that we have taken the input for DOB, converted that to individual DOB month, year and day, and we have taken the current date from JavaScript. We have subtracted years, we got the approximate years, approximate months and approximate days. Then we converted the days if they are more than 30 to months, and months to years if months are more than 12, and then we got the years, month and days. Then we put them inside this string, and we are then outputting this string to the screen with the help of including this string inside a HTML element. So by console log we are getting the strings, but we have to show this to the screen. So for that we have to include this inside a HTML element. So we have empty div when we made the HTML structure. So we will put this string inside that empty div. For that we will use the dot append method. We have to access that empty div. So this was our empty div. This was our empty div. So we are appending the result or the answer string inside this empty div. Before that we are using the actually the ANS variable to create a HTML element that will be a heading. We will keep the string inside this h4 element, and we will after that we will put this h4 element inside the div element. We will append into that. So by doing that we will put the thing to the screen. So as you can see, so this way we can get our answer, the present age of user. We are adding some CSS to the div that we are using to append the result. but we have a problem that when we click the submit button multiple times, then we have multiple results, but previous results are also present. So we have to do something so that whenever a user clicks the submit button, the previous result has to go away. So for doing that, we are doing this such that inside the click event, we will update the string to empty string every time the submit button is clicked. So we will set the inner HTML of the div we are using to get result to empty. So we will set that div's inner HTML empty every time the submit button is clicked. So by that we can manage the situation. Actually we have to put this inside okay, so we have to put this thing inside the submit button itself. So the first thing we will do is that we will keep the inner HTML of result to empty string every time the submit button is clicked to manage this multiplicity of result on the screen. So this is our fully working age calculator.